We live in a soft world, a world that rewards comfort, not courage, a world that celebrates sensitivity but punishes strength, a world where people want safety more than truth and approval more than honor. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. He knew that when a world becomes soft, only the dangerous remain free. Dangerous does not mean violent. Dangerous does not mean cruel. Dangerous means capable. It means disciplined. It means controlled power. A harmless man is not a good man. He is simply harmless. But a man who can destroy and chooses restraint, that man is respected, that man is feared, that man survives. In a soft world, weakness disguises itself as virtue. People call fear kindness. They call indecision humility. They call submission peace. Machiavelli warned us, the world does not reward moral intentions, it rewards results. If you cannot say no, you will be used. If you cannot stand alone, you will be led. If you cannot fight back, you will be crushed quietly. The soft world teaches you to be liked. Power teaches you to be respected, and respect lasts longer. Being dangerous means mastering yourself before attempting to master others. It means controlling your emotions when others are ruled by them. It means speaking less, observing more, and striking only when necessary. The fox survives through intelligence. The lion survives through strength. Machiavelli said a ruler must be both, but the modern man is taught to be neither. He is told to express everything, reveal everything, apologize for everything. Transparency has replaced strategy. Emotion has replaced discipline, and in doing so, power has been surrendered. A dangerous person does not seek validation. He seeks leverage. He does not announce his intentions. He prepares. He understands that people do not listen to words. They respond to consequences. The soft world will mock you for being serious. It will shame you for being ambitious. It will label you toxic for having boundaries. That is the cost of power. Machiavelli taught that it is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both, because love is fragile, fear is reliable. People may betray affection, they rarely betray strength. To be dangerous is to be unpredictable, but never emotional. Calm is the most threatening posture a man can hold. When others panic, you plan. When others speak, you wait. When others react, you decide. This is how influence is built. A soft world creates loud men who collapse under pressure. A dangerous man grows quieter as he grows stronger. He knows that silence makes others reveal themselves. He knows patience wins wars that anger cannot. You do not need to dominate everyone. You need to ensure no one can dominate you. That is true freedom. Strength does not mean constant aggression. It means constant readiness. The sword stays sheathed, not because it is useless, but because it is sharp. In a soft world, being dangerous is an act of rebellion. It is choosing discipline over comfort, truth over approval, respect over popularity. Machiavelli was not teaching cruelty, he was teaching realism. The world is not fair, people are not loyal, power is never given, it is taken, defended and maintained. So become dangerous not to harm the innocent, but to protect your future, not to intimidate the weak, but to deter the predatory. Because in a world that has forgotten strength, the one who remembers it quietly rules. A soft world punishes the unprepared. We live in a world that promises safety but delivers vulnerability. A world that tells you everything will be fine if you stay polite, obedient, and agreeable. Machiavelli would have laughed at this illusion. He understood a brutal truth. The world does not care about your intentions, only your preparedness. Soft times do not create gentle outcomes. They create predators who feed on the unarmed. When society becomes comfortable, it forgets discipline. When people stop expecting danger, danger adapts. In such a world, the unprepared are not attacked loudly. They are quietly exploited. They are overlooked, manipulated, and discarded without resistance. Being dangerous begins with refusing to be naive. It means understanding that threats do not announce themselves. They smile, they flatter, they wait, and only those who are mentally armed can see them coming. Machiavelli taught that survival favors those who anticipate reality, not those who wish it were different. If you rely on kindness alone, you will be used. If you rely on hope alone, you will be broken. Strength is not pessimism, it is realism. And in a soft world, realism is the first act of rebellion. Harmless is not virtuous, it is powerless. The modern world confuses harmlessness with morality. But Machiavelli made something clear centuries ago. A man who cannot harm is not good, he is simply weak. Goodness only has value when it is a choice, not a limitation. A dangerous man is someone who possesses the capacity for force but governs it with discipline. He can strike, but he restrains. He can dominate, but he chooses control. That restraint is what creates respect, not softness, not apology. When people know you are incapable of retaliation, they treat you accordingly. Boundaries disappear, respect erodes, exploitation begins. History proves this repeatedly, both in empires and in everyday life. Machiavelli believed power must be visible, even when unused. The sword must remain sharp, even if it stays in its sheath, because deterrence is stronger than reaction. Being dangerous does not mean living in aggression, it means living in readiness, calm, controlled, and capable. When others test limits, they feel consequences, not rage, but certainty. True virtue is strength under control. Everything else is just submission dressed as morality. Control yourself before you control the game. Power begins inward. A man ruled by emotion is already conquered. Machiavelli warned that anger reveals weakness. Desperation invites manipulation, and emotion clouds judgment. The most dangerous individual is not loud or reactive, he is composed. In a soft world, people are trained to express everything, to vent, to react, to overshare. But this transparency is a gift to your enemies. When people know how you feel, they know how to move you. Self-control is strategic dominance. When you remain calm under pressure, others reveal themselves. When you delay reaction, others expose intention. Silence becomes interrogation. Patience becomes power. Machiavelli admired rulers who could wait, who could absorb insult, endure uncertainty, and strike only when success was guaranteed. Emotional discipline is not suppression, it is timing. A dangerous person is emotionally unreadable, not cold, controlled, not distant, deliberate. If you cannot govern your impulses, someone else will. If you cannot delay gratification, you cannot command outcomes. Master yourself first. Because a man who controls his emotions controls the room without ever raising his voice. Respect outlives love. In a harsh reality, love is fragile. It depends on mood, benefit, and circumstance. Machiavelli understood that affection fades when pressure arrives. Respect, however, endures. It survives conflict. It restrains betrayal. In a soft world, people chase approval. They want to be liked. They dilute their standards, soften their words, and avoid confrontation. But this pursuit makes them predictable, and predictability invites control. Machiavelli's warning was simple. If you cannot be both loved and feared, choose fear, because fear is rooted in consequence. Love is rooted in convenience. This does not mean cruelty, it means credibility. When your words carry weight, when your boundaries are enforced, when your presence alters behavior. A respected man does not beg for loyalty, he inspires caution. People think twice before crossing him, not because he is loud, but because he is consistent. The soft world rewards smiles in public and punishes weakness in private. Respect protects you when love disappears. Be fair but firm, calm but unmovable, because admiration fades, but respect leaves a shadow that lingers long after you leave the room. Become dangerous to protect your freedom. Machiavelli never taught evil, he taught survival. He knew freedom is never granted to the weak. It is defended by those capable of resistance. In every era, the people who lived freely were those others could not easily exploit. Being dangerous is not about domination, it is about deterrence. It is about ensuring no one sees you as easy prey. No one assumes your silence is submission. No one mistakes your calm for fear. The soft world wants you compliant, expressive, and exposed. A dangerous man is none of these. He is disciplined, reserved, prepared. He chooses his battles carefully. He builds leverage quietly. He understands that true power is invisible until needed. Strength gives you options. Weakness removes them. So become dangerous, not for chaos but for control, not for ego but for independence, not to threaten others but to ensure your future cannot be threatened. Because in the end, the world does not protect the gentle, it respects the prepared.